What's up, people? We are here today with our little review taste test for our Universal Yum Box turkey. We've got one more coming, so this is going to be a vintage retro video pretty soon. Again, with the covers, there's always like a cat drinking tea or involved in that. I think that was true in the last one. So that's going on here again. A lot of hot air balloons. Not sure what that's in reference to. Maybe around the world in 60 days. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try some of these snacks from Turkey, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Had to flip a couple pages there. Turkish icons, vanilla, tahini, halva. Turkey's crumbly sesame sugar tradition. Let's give it a go. Michelle, do you remember learning about the Ottoman Empire in school?
The what?
The Ottoman Empire?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Ooh, that looks weird. Interesting. All crumbly and stuff.
Oh.
Is it going to be like a polverone?
It is kind of like a polverone. Oh, that's a big bite.
Oh, God, no.
Well, that's offensive.
Oh, goodness, no.
I don't know why you always take big bites like that.
It's the only way to do the reviews.
Okay. I got my review with a tiny bite.
That is unique, but it is like savory in an unpleasant way. That reminds me of a dish I used to have as a kid. And what are those? What is that? Sesame? It's like sesame or almonds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it says sesame seeds.
Yeah. It reminds me of this dish we used to have when I was a kid, which was like very bland chicken. And there were like some like almonds and like other nuts and stuff. So for me, I got to give this one like a 3.
I mean, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'll go 7 because it's unique. I don't completely hate the flavor, but like I probably won't eat any more of it. But it just reminds me of something we have in the Philippines as well. Like the texture of it is very similar to polverone. And I feel like there might even be another dessert that's similar in taste, but maybe like a little bit sweeter. I just can't think of the name of it.
Cocoa cream mosaic cookies featuring Turkish tahini. I wonder if that's going to be a theme throughout because I believe the last one also had tahini. Hazelnut and cocoa. Take a bite of this cookie and you'll taste a rich, smooth cocoa filling unlike any you've ever had before.
Ooh, cute.
All right, Michelle, so what'd you think about those mosaic cookies?
I think they're pretty good. They're a little unique, but I will probably rate it a 7 again. A little dry for my liking, but I think the flavor's okay. I kind of got like a coffee-ish hint. I don't know if it said it was coffee or not, but yeah, I don't know. I'll go 7.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm at like an 8 or a 9 with those. I think if you do throw the whole thing in your mouth, as you know, I'm ought to do, the filling can help with that really dry, crumbly exterior. And I think it is a pretty good ratio if you choose to eat it that way. I thought the taste was very good, so I would go probably an 8 or a 9. I really enjoyed the taste. I found it to be, you know, and this may sound weird, but kind of complex in that there's a lot going on with that one. So
yeah, and I feel like this might also be good if you like have it with coffee.
yeah, or tea or something. Yeah, definitely. Up next, I'm starting it over again. Up next, starting it over again. Up next, we have Baharat spice cracker chips seasoned with Turkey's famous spice blend. And as you see, our model is showcasing these off. Do you love plain, boring snacks? If so, well, you're going to seriously hate these cracker chips. Every cranny of these ridged rounds is packed with Baharat, a blend of spices that's insanely popular all across the Middle East and especially Turkey. In fact, you'll hear locals describe spicy hot foods by saying Baharatli, or something like that, which means seasoned with spices.
On the back of this, it also says crackers with taco spice seasoning.
Good to know. All right, let's give these guys a shot. All right, these are like the crackers that your grandma puts out for you with little slices of cheese. And let's see. Does taste like taco seasoning. I like these. I don't love them, so I'm going to go probably like a 7. But they are kind of unique. They taste good. The chip is nice and crispy. The spice blend is just nice. But for my personal taste, it's not like my favorite thing in the world, but definitely at least a 7 for me on these.
Yeah, I was actually going to go an 8 because I think that the flavor's there. For like a little cracker, it has like a good crunch, but it's not super unique like you said. But for it to have like this taco spice seasoning, it's not like offensive because we tried the Lay's taco whatever. Was it just taco? And those were kind of odd, but like this one I think has like a good balance of all the flavors. So
let's move on to the salted roasted chickpeas. Turkey's flavorful, guilt-free obsession. You can't walk down a Turkish street without seeing bags of leblebli. Oh boy. Apologies to anyone from Turkey. Hanging from stall roofs, roasted in a special oven to make them non-greasy, soft, and creamy. These chickpeas are absurdly popular. I guess there are tons and tons of flavor varieties in Turkey that you could get. I'm not sure what flavor we got.
Just a roasted and salted.
Okay, so we got the standard. Alrighty, let's see how they go.
Careful. Oh. Not what I was expecting. Water.
She dying. I think this time it's going to be Michelle who maybe goes off on more of a rant about texture. I was okay with them. I just wish that it had a different flavor thing on the outside. I know they come in different flavors, so these are just kind of too bland and too plain for me. I'd love some kind of a spicy coating on those, but for that reason, I'm going to go like a 5 or a 6. It's not a snack that I would ever turn to unless it had a really addictive coating on the outside.
Yeah, I'm going to go down to like a 4 probably because like you said, it's a texture thing for me. And like I don't mind chickpeas. Like I can eat those like no problem with other dishes, but like for this, it was like softer than a peanut, if that makes sense. And like I was kind of just like looking for that crunch and it never came and it was just very dry.
The inside was very chalky. That would be the way I would describe it.
Yeah. And then like you said, I guess if we had a different flavor, then maybe it'd be a different story, or just like even more salt on these ones would probably be better, but it wasn't for me.
Alrighty, perfect. And let's move on to what might be the most fun looking thing, the coconut and coffee snowball cake, speckled with Turkey's famous coffee beans. Look into the bottom of a Turkish coffee cup and you'll see something unusual. Tons of powdered beans. Did you know that, Michelle?
No.
You learned something new today. Turkish coffee is specifically made with unfiltered coffee beans, which are ground to a fine powder and simmered with sugar water in a long-handled pot called a sezvi. Can't imagine that's how you pronounce that. The result, a supremely thick, rich, and aromatic coffee that's like this yum. Just as the coffee beans make Turkish coffee special, so too do real coffee flakes make this white chocolatey coconut cake supremely rich and decadent. All right, let's try it.
I will say, though, I have heard Turkish coffee is, like, really good. So that is something we need to try at some point.
Yeah, I don't like trying new things.
Clearly.
Yeah, that side.
Yeah, it's like
it got pressed by a waffle maker. I'm going to take a huge bite, so if you want to nibble first, go ahead. Where's the cream filling?
Whoa.
There it is.
I'm going to give this maybe like an 8 or a 9. I really like the flavor. I don't think it's anything super unique because it is just kind of like a little cupcake kind of thing. But yeah, I thought the flavor was there and I think it's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to go 9, and the only reason I'm not going 10 is the same thing Michelle said, is the uniqueness quotient on it. Like, I think what I would have preferred would have been the coffee flavor to be jacked up even more. And it actually is. It's like a stronger, I think they said aromatic. I don't know the right word to use again, but there is a deeper, richer coffee flavor than in most desserts that are like this. But I feel like that could even be jacked up more, and that would probably make it a 10 for me. But it is really good, no complaints. So yeah, great job, Turkey, on that one. All right, these are a couple of the things that I usually love, so we'll see how this turns out. We have Turkish sour watermelon gummies, Turkey's most mouth-puckering watermelons.
It's interesting. On the package, it doesn't say that it's sour. So hopefully...
Good thing I read the description. And they do look eerily similar to the Sour Patch watermelon. Okay, let's eat these. I am going to go with a 6 for these, and they're not bad. They're not good. They're just fine. I think that the Sour Patch watermelon is by far superior to these. So that is my breakdown.
I mean, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I hate going 5 because it's just so, like, in the middle. But it really isn't anything special. And it's, like I kind of mentioned, I don't know if you're going to leave this in there. On the description, it says it's sour, but on the actual packaging, at least the one that we got, there's no mention of it being sour.
They do list citric acid, but yeah, they did not coat it in a whole lot of that stuff. It's more of a sweet coating than it is a sour one. We now move into our yum bag, and we are going to be starting with the mastic Toffees. Taste the rare Turkish phenomena. Dripping off the trees on the island of Chios, you'll find something fantastic. Mastic. While locals are obsessed with the gummy sap in all of its refreshing, piney-y glory, most of the world doesn't even know it exists. So now is our chance to try it out. All right, let's try it. This will be an interesting one, I think. All right, Michelle, while I'm finishing this up, why don't you give us your breakdown and rating?
I'm giving it a 3. I did not like that. I had the tiniest bite, and it immediately just brought me back to, like, when I was in elementary school and you'd play on the playground. And for me, we had all those pine trees, like, right by the fence. And that's exactly what it tasted like. Just the smell of those pine tree needle things. And I was not a fan of it.
Question. Mm-hmm. You said it brought you right, were you like sticking your tongue out and running along the fence?
I mean, I'm sure I like at some point like stuck a pine needle in my mouth and was like trying to eat it. So I don't know.
Okay. So something else must have happened there in that story she's not telling us. For me, I think I'm going to go a 7. I would never eat it again, but for the sake of it being something unique and different, I am going to go a little bit higher. It kind of does taste like, though, if you have a Christmas tree or something and you were to take a bite out of your Christmas tree or infuse that into some kind of a toffee, it's not too stick to your teethy until the very end of it. So I was doing a good job with it till the end. Now it is kind of coating all my teeth. It is like having a wintergreen gum, but mixed with more of a sharp pine tar type of a flavor. So I'm not against it, but yeah, would I eat it again? Probably not. But for the sake of uniqueness, I'm going to go 7. It wasn't overly offensive to me as it was to Michelle. Okay, and last but not least for our box, we have melon and lime chews. Wildly juicy lime meets sweet, soft melon. Turks aren't just mad about watermelons, they love all kinds of melons, to the point where every city has its favorite. The honeydew-like cassava melon is favored in the city that inspired its name, Cassava. Your ticket to Turkish melon mania, these mouth-watering chews with their juicy melon inside and zingy lime outside. Still got a lot of pine needle in my mouth.
So I couldn't eat it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hopefully my whole review won't be tarnished. This is another tricky one to rate because it's good, but I do like Starburst more, and so I feel kind of guilty. So I'm going to go with like a 7. I like the texture. I actually like the flavor, but overall I prefer Starburst to that. So
I don't think you can really compare Starburst to this.
You can't? Isn't it just like a fruity chew?
I guess.
That's the only thing I can compare it to.
Okay.
But I like Starburst more. Just want to make that point very clear.
Yeah, I'll probably go a 7 as well. I don't think it's super unique because we do have a few different candies that are like this. But the flavor's fine, but I think it is unique. But I wasn't like super crazy about it. And I felt like there was a little bit of an aftertaste, but The fact that it was unique, I'm giving it a 7.
Okay, that works for me. So that is going to do it for our Universal Yums box turkey edition. Thank you so much for watching, and you will hear from us, see from us again at some point in the future. Peace.
Bye.